Good morning, everyone. Welcome back on Daily Crypto Plan. It's Wednesday, middle of the week, July 15. We can say we are in the middle of the summer already. Yeah, or full summertime. You saw the movements lately, violent, small most of the time. When you see movement, you don't manage to get a setup. Let's play SFU setups. I'll say it again and again. Hey Dokan, hey Timmy, hey Zed, hey Robert, hey Diana, hey Darren. Morning. Let's start as usual. Let's start with Bitcoin on CME chart and let's go from there. We dumped, we are consolidating. If you look on daily, looks like an inverse head and shoulder and we are at the neckline. We like it, we don't like it, that's what I see here. Low, lower low, higher low if you can't, and look at it. Shoulder, head, shoulder. We are at the neckline. It's not a flat neckline. It's not something, well, look at it, it's perfect. But we have all the reasons to think inverse head and shoulder here. Why? Well, we have bullish divergence between shoulder and head. Let's see if we'll accept above this level, we'll go above the neckline, or we'll still fuck around between 65 and 62. We can stay longer here, consolidate a little bit more. Probably the traditional market will give the tone if this one should go higher or not. Okay, so possible to pump to 69 and a bit higher? Yes. Possible to do a fake out and close this gap at 71? Also yes. Will take some time, but it's possible. At the moment, we are at let's call support and resistance level, neckline of this inverse head and shoulder. So let's watch if we'll accept above 66 or not. And if we'll accept above 67 will be even better. And then we'll fight the 69 again. And if we accept above this level, we can go a bit higher. Short reload zone from the last move down, it's all the way up at 73. So yeah, if you manage to get some longs here as a swing trader, maybe yes. I will take this big head and shoulder pattern in the summertime. No, I think I can do better than that. I think I could frame setups on lower time frame and make some money. Uchiha, if you don't like what I say, please get the fuck out. Okay? Yeah? It's so fucking simple. If you don't like what I'm saying, go and listen to someone else. If you don't understand my way of seeing the market, please go away. Yeah? I'm working with levels and scenarios. I'm saying, well, it's possible to go there, and then we should watch for a setup here. What kind of setup? Most of you know. Yeah. If you don't like how I'm managing the market, how I'm seeing the market, be my guest. No offense, man, but okay. So let's wait and see what will happen at the neckline. If we accept above, then probably 69 is the next level. And if you remember, we discussed about when the market was here, I said, well, 50-50 chances to go to lower lows or to create a higher high. But overall, people, in the summertime, this big thing, it's a range. It's so simple. It's a range, and we'll probably SFU the highs and SFU the lows this summer. We had the move up, fake out. Now we are consolidating again. Let's see if we have the strength to go all the way up in the short reload zone. That will be nice. Imagine us being able to see an M around 75. What do you think we'll do with that M? And I don't need a daily M, even a 4-hour M in the 75 area. That will be the next short, like here. Yeah? We made money with the last one. We'll probably make money with the next one if the market will provide a short reload zone. Yeah? I'm not scared that I will miss the next long. You know, we are in the first year of bear market. I'm not interested to long too much. As a scalper, as a day trader, I'll fuck around. I'll play long and short all day long. But on daily time frame, I'm not interested to take the next long. Maybe next year. This year, every fucking bounce on higher time frame is a short opportunity for me. And if you don't like it, or you're not okay with that, go and long everything you want. Not my problem. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. It's trying to hold this level, which is interesting. The pattern is here, shoulder, head, shoulder. This is the neckline. We are fighting that level. We should open a trade here? I don't think so. The pattern is too big for me to get a 2R until the short reload zone. And I'm not playing anything else. Lower than 2R? No. Well then listen. Be patient and listen. If you like it, stay. If you don't like it, don't stay. Yeah? No offense, man. If it's the first time, please don't judge. And first listen. See, maybe you can get some information. If nothing interesting for you, well, don't join next time. I'm not here to tell you going to the moon or fucking around. I'm here to treat market like a business. That's my way of seeing the market. It's so simple. Okay, so we discussed about Bitcoin. If this pattern will confirm, we can go all the way up to 75. I'm not interested to take the long. I could use Holy Grail, for example, on 5-minute chart and try to do that. But I'm more interested to see the resistance, to see the short reload zone, and to see the next EMs. That's higher time frame. Let's see Ethereum. Well, I was waiting for that right shoulder here, but well, you can see a bit stronger than Bitcoin. Didn't provide that that level. On higher time frame, we can push a bit higher, like we suggested, $2,100. Yes, we have a gap to fill here, another gap a bit lower, gaps even higher. We'll be really lucky if we'll get a short reload zone here. If we close this gap at 2,200, that's the area where I will hunt the next short. Just look at the market. Yeah, we created the first EM, diamond pattern, then another EM, and then we dump like crazy, and now we are just going to retest that breakdown. If you zoom out a little bit more, this will become, and it is already a range. Probably 2,500, 1,500. Yeah, $1,000 range. If the market will push all the way up above 2,200, guess what? Everyone will call a bull market again. Everyone will try to long the resistance level. Everyone will hit the stop loss. I'm not here to play that game. You know that I'm waiting for market to bounce, to pump, to give me a good location to hunt the next short. Okay, so a bit stronger. That's the difference between Ethereum and Bitcoin. Lately, it's a bit stronger. We suggested that from last week. Now, let's wait and see what will happen. Do we want to open a trade here? No. The trade was here at this W or at this SFU. And if I remember correctly, Stefan posted a trade here along at 1,500. And he mentioned multiple times, well, take the long, take the long, take the long. Now it's too late for a long, in my opinion. On lower time frame, we even hunted short ideas. We'll talk about those a bit later. So, difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, Ethereum a bit stronger. Dominance. Unfortunately, people, is not what we wanted to see. Yeah, Bitcoin is pumping, altcoins are pumping a little bit, but dominance is at 59, trying to push to 60. Like I suggested, big fucking range. We need to stay mostly on weekly to see the consolidation here. Nothing for us. No altcoin season, no nothing. Not for the moment. Things could change pretty fast. If we accept below 58, then we can go a lot lower. And you know the levels already. Yeah, if we zoom out, this is the area where I want to see dominance this year or next year. I don't know exactly when. Okay. Ethereum versus Bitcoin. We are getting to that level, people. Remember when we discussed this one and I said, well, if we're lucky, we'll get a bounce to 0.03 and everyone will call it Ethereum strong. And we already had Eric Trump saying that. Well, look at Ethereum. It's fighting with Bitcoin and it's winning and it's, you know, Eric Trump. Every time the same. Bad sign for us. But if we manage to test 0.03, do a fake out slightly above to trigger all the moon boys, and then do an ICM, that will be the sign that we have a chance to go a lot lower. The market is not moving in one direction only, people. You can see. Down, consolidation fake out. Down, consolidation fake out. Guess what? Down, consolidation. We are in the fake out phase. And no, I don't see a bottom, clear bottom yet. Total market cap, we are trying to bounce from 2 trillion, people. That's the only thing I could see here. Yeah, we have the same pattern like on Bitcoin. Shoulder, head, shoulder. If we accept above this level, we can push to 2.5. Pretty simple. Summertime, I'll say it again and again. I'll play the SFU setups. Every time I'll see an SFP level and I reclaim back in the range, I'll try to take my shot. If it will work, okay. If it will not work, also okay. Overall, I have to be, the worst case scenario for me is break even. Yeah, when the SFU are not working properly, usually I get break even. When the SFU are working properly, I'm making nice money. Okay. Same opinion, yeah. Same view about the bottom, when and how will form. I don't think this is the bottom, people. If I put the weekly chart, we see the same fucking thing. Let's zoom out a little bit. Do you see any weekly W's here? No. We had a weekly W, was a fake out, we dumped. We'll probably create something similar, and then the last dump should be around here, around this level, closing this gap, and so on. If the market will not provide below 50k until the end of the year, well, that will be nice. Remember that we are dollar cost averaging below 69. As long as Bitcoin is below 69, the previous all-time high, we are allowed to dollar cost average. Slowly, but on the buy side, on the investment. That doesn't mean the bottom will come tomorrow. That doesn't mean the bottom 100% has to come in October. We'll have to wait and see. We are on the long side. Okay. Let's take a look at traditional market. Weekly looking strong. Daily looking strong. Yeah. We are in the short three low zone here. Sorry, too many drawings, but they are important, so I'll keep them. Diamond pattern, breakout is suggesting that will break to the upside. If that will be the case, guess what? The Bitcoin will follow. Because we are in a short three low zone, because it's possible, probable to do an SFU of these levels, this level, and then come back in the middle of the range, I don't suggest too long here. Short three low zone, it's called a short three low zone for a reason. Similar, on lower time frame, we can play SFU setups. Gold, really trying to do a W here and hold this 4,000 level. But let's see if we'll succeed. It's weak, people. Like I said, weeks, months ago. If we reject and we don't accept above 5,000, that's bad sign, and look what happened after that. We can go, if something bad happens or something good for the market and nobody's interested in gold, you can see gold at 3,500 pretty fast. Let's hope that will hold 4,000 and will make a nice W and will pump to 4,500. Oil, well, who managed to take a W or to take a long here? Okay, now it's too late. I'll take something like this. No, was too ugly for me. Yeah, we got it right. The market dumped in the gap. We kind of made a W with some bullish divergence. Okay, but like I told you multiple times, this is not beginner's game. This is for big money, and they are fighting each other on oil. It's better for us to stay the fuck out. Just my 2 cents. Morning, Catalin. Shitcoins, ZEC. I see people shorting ZEC already. Why? Why you are shorting ZEC? I don't get it. What? Why you are doing that? If you do it as a day trader, maybe yes. As a swing trader, you don't have a fucking EM here. Why you are shorting? What do you have? You have location, short reload zone. Some bearish divergence I see on MACD. But only on MACD, that's not good enough. People, please wait for a proper setup. So, location is the first reason. Second is bearish divergence. The best one is to have it on RSI. The best is OBV, but okay, we are happy with the RSI. And then look for an M. Some people will say, well, Paul, fuck your M, I will play the shark. Play the shark. That means you will wait. Your entry will be at 78.6 here. $595. It's possible, it's even probable to go there. Without a proper EM, I don't think it's a good idea to play. You say, well, I'll play the SFU here. Well, that's played out already. Yeah, you had the SFU level on 5-minute chart. It dumped, made you risk free. Maybe you made some money and then pumped back up. Okay, so now wait for a proper setup. Be patient. Yeah, we have potential bearish divergence on RSI. Even OBV is trying to tell us something. Yeah? So we have signs of weakness, but wait for a proper setup. Hey, Mauro. Trying over and over again is not a good idea. And hopefully I understood wrong what someone posted on VIP. I'll move my stop loss at 600 because probably will take that level. That means you are already short. In my mind, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I misunderstood what that guy said. Yeah, but you never do that. Yeah, you never move the stop loss against you. So let's put up an idea. You got short here. I don't know the reason. It's your business. Okay, and you had the stop loss, let's say here, or I don't know. You never move the stop loss against you. Never, never, ever, never. That's part of the stupid mistakes. You don't do that. Never. That's the worst habit you can have. So if you took a trade and you decided the stop loss should be here, you just let the market to go and take your stop loss and you hunt the next setup. You don't fuck around moving the stop loss against you. And if you made the trade risk free or you move the stop loss closer to the entry, you are not allowed to move it back against you, against your position. Never. It's one of the things you learn in Capo 1. You don't ever do that stupid mistake. Okay? You just don't do it. I don't care about the reason. Well, this time, no, it's a bad habit. Will reinforce the idea that it's okay. In a stressful situation when you have emotions or you don't know what to do, you will do that because it's a habit already. Don't fucking do it. Yeah, that's even better. You're not a trader. If you don't have a stop loss, you are not a trader. Yeah. If you don't have a stop loss, you are risking your entire account, first of all. Second of all, you don't have any business to stay in the market. And you will not last too much in the market. Couple of months, maybe if you're lucky. And you'll learn on the hard way. Yeah, but you don't have millions and trillions and trillions and millions like Trump or Musk. If you are Trump or Musk, maybe you can afford to do that. I know. Okay? There are people that are doing that. Most of the beginners, most of the so-called bull market traders, they are doing that. They are adding to avoid the liquidation. They are adding more and at some point in time they are so deep in a position that they don't have a chance. They have to admit, and it will take time to admit that they lost the money. If you are doing that, stop trading first. In this second, stop trading. Don't touch the market because you don't stand a chance. If you move the stop loss against you, stop trading. If you don't put a stop loss, stop trading. If you risk more than 1 or 2% as a day trader, stop fucking trading. You don't stand a chance. And don't tell me, well, sometimes I take 5%. You're already dead, but you don't know it. Yeah? You're already dead and you don't know it. Anyway, that's Zach. Okay, I'm okay with that thinking. I said yesterday, 2 days ago, I said, well, yeah, let's wait for a proper setup. Shark, general setup, SFU of this high, SFU of this high if it's possible. Why not? But don't fuck around because just we have a location. Bit is the perfect example like we discussed about shitcoins, pump and dump. Yeah, consolidation, long consolidation, pump, dump, and then consolidation even longer than the previous one. Don't touch something like that. The best shitcoin ever, the worst shitcoin ever, SpaceX. Yeah, look at it. Look how nice it's looking. People, I said so many times don't touch this shit, and what will happen that hopefully nobody in crypto traders arena lost money on this shit. Yeah, we discussed about the opening. I said that they will pump to trick the public to buy and sell their position. The big players will sell, and probably 79, 80, and even lower, maybe $50 will be the bottom, or around $50. Will take months, maybe years, I don't know, but usually in half a year, 1 year, you get the price and you see the consolidation, weekly doubles and so on. And then slowly starting to pump again. That's the area where I want to buy it, not here. I'm not touching something like this. Ugly. Silver, similar with gold, is trying to form a bottom here to create a W. I don't think we'll do something like that. I think we'll go lower here in this area. Probably $50 is a good support and resistance and a big fat round number. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm not interested to trade anymore on silver. We made nice money. If you played with me in October last year, you made money. A lot of money with this trade. But that is over. Now it's a different environment. It will take probably years until silver will pump like crazy again. Okay, that's the higher time frame. Let's go on lower time frame. First, calendar, Wednesday, PPI and a Fed speaking in the New York session, so be careful opening positions there. Lower time frame, Bitcoin. You remember I said yesterday about a setup here? Well, I took that setup. I made the trade risk-free at 1 hour. Someone asked me, well, if the market is above the entry, how you are risk-free? It's pretty simple. If you have $100 position, open it here as an example. Yeah? The stop loss is there. If the market gets to 1-to-1 and you close 50%, yeah, at 1 hour, you get a bit of profit, and you cut the risk in half. Yeah? So the profit you made at 1 hour will compensate for the rest of the position you still have, and if the market will hit your original stop loss, you'll be break even overall. Yeah? If you don't understand the math, you have a big problem. It's so fucking simple. But I had to explain this too many times. Yeah? So that's the way you make the trade risk free, closing 50% at 1 hour. And that's usually what I do in the SFU scenarios in the summertime. And I don't think it's a good idea to move the stop at scratch because we'll probably get your level pretty fast. So I got risk free, then guess what? Stop loss hit, break even, no damage. Then I said something about Ethereum. Remember yesterday that some people posted a short here on Ethereum and I said, your stop loss is my entry. Yeah? I said it publicly because I knew what will probably happen. Yeah? And then guess what? We SFU that level, took their stop loss, and then we closed back in the range, back below the SFU level, and that was my entry. Actually, this was my entry. Yeah? And I posted this setup on Premium, on, I think, or even on General Chat. And then again, the market goes down at 1 hour. I close 50% of my position, and I get risk free. Now, if the market comes to my stop loss, I didn't move the stop loss. If market comes to my stop loss, I'll be break even. Why I'm so aggressive eliminating the risk? Because the market is ugly. It's so ugly that I want to eliminate the risk as soon as possible. Soon as possible for me means 1 hour. If the market doesn't touch 1 hour in my direction, that means I'm not allowed to touch it, to do anything. I'll take the original stop loss and that's it. So I'm risk free again on Ethereum and waiting. If we'll hit this level, then okay, break even. If we'll go to Monday high, then I'll make a bit of money and I'll trail the rest until the middle and even lower if it's possible. Okay? Hopefully I was clear enough. Okay. Going back on Bitcoin, and let's zoom out a little bit, 1 hour at least. What do we have here? Well, we have a big range, and this, all the price action here on 1 hour looks like a fake out. Remember, last week we had the Monday range, the Monday high and the Monday low. We stayed in the range the entire week. Suspicious, honestly. And then this week we have the similar Monday range, and now we are breaking those levels. And you can see rejection here. Again, suspicion. What do you think a trader like me will see if you, at the breakout level here? How I call this one? Every time I'll see this, what I'll say about the market. Come on, someone from the chat. Nobody? It's a breakout or? Exactly. Fake out, fake out, fake out. Every time I'll see a breakout from the range, I'll say it's a fake out. I'll assume it's a fake out. Yeah. That's the strategy of a good range trader. Yeah? You don't call breakouts ever. You call fake outs every time. Because the market is 70 to 80% of the time in a range and only 30 to 20% in a trend, you are right multiple times until you'll be wrong. So every time you see a so-called breakout and everyone is calling breakouts, you call a fake out. And when the market is accepting back in the range, you are short, you are already in profit. Yeah? That's something else. That's something else. That's power of 3. Yeah. That's something else, Aki. Range. Yeah. Range. Fake out back in the range. Then probably will go and test the lows. We have the same problem with the lows, people. Yeah. We never broke the lows here. previous Monday low, this week Monday low. I don't think we'll go anywhere without testing those levels. I'm not saying we'll go down. Huh? Stefan, you're posting from the multiple accounts. Good morning, Stefan. Okay. So, if this is a fake out and we'll accept back below, we have a high probability to go to the middle of the range and then even test the lows. If it's a real breakout, we can go higher. And then I'll gladly take a stop loss. I don't have a problem. Yeah. Keep in mind, 60, 70, 80% of the time will be a fake out. 30, 20% of the time will be a breakout. Yeah. The numbers tell me to think fake out. Okay. So, if this is, Stefan, how you call? Yeah, you call 3 drives, you can call it a Wyckoff also. If you zoom in, you'll see the Wyckoff. No? You zoom in on lower time frame and you'll see the Wyckoff. Okay, that's Bitcoin. I call a fake out here. I call. Thinking fake out. It's up to you if you manage to frame something. If you want to play the 3 drive like Stefan suggested, yes, it's there. You can see. Really nice. Kind of equal moves, equal distance between them. They are not far away. Yeah, so it's looking nice. Bearish divergence here on OBV, bearish divergence on, well, not on RSI, but on OBV, which is nice. Potential divergence on OBV, you don't see it every time. Yeah, just flip the chart. Let's flip the chart, people. Do you see it? Hopefully you see it. It's a lot easier when you flip the chart. For short ideas, if you don't see the market properly, flip the chart and you'll see it. Okay. Ethereum. Similar, we SFU that level. I'm still in the trade. Guess what? If we'll create an EM here and we'll accept below this level, well, you know where we'll go. We have already bearish divergence, you can see on MACD histogram. Potential bearish divergence on OBV, which will confirm at this level. Just let's be patient and wait. But we have warning signs. We have potential EMs. The rest is up to the market, not up to us. Okay, Bitcoin, Ethereum, hype. How many times I told you to just leave this one alone? I'm not talking with Stefan or some sharp gladiators here. I'm talking with everyone else. Yeah? Why you are bothering to try to frame setups on this one when you can find something better? Yeah, I know for Stefan, even for me, sometimes it's juicy. I see you. Look at it. 1, 2, 3. Then, okay, that's good. Here, when we dump here, if you put a long reload zone, you'll see that we have enough reasons to think long. Yeah, it's possible for a day trader, for a scalper, yes. But overall, if you zoom out, you don't want to trade something like this. Solana, shitcoin of the shitcoin, nothing to do. Yes. Let's zoom in on 1 hour again. Let's see what we have. Okay, I was thinking AB equals CD one more time. No, never happened. This is not a valid scenario anymore. We are in the short reload zone. We are closing the gap. We are testing the Monday high. So fucking simple and nice. Look at it. Yeah, we have a big gap here. Gap that needs to be closed. We need to close this one. We are at 78.6 at shark level. Let's wait for that SFU of the Monday high. That should provide, you can see, 1, 2, 3 points of liquidity here. If we'll SFU the Monday high, maybe we'll not take this big one, maybe not, but we'll take this one and then reverse. Go on lower time frame if you are a sharp trader and hunt an SFU of the Monday high. Okay? Bullish on Sol? Well, I'll be bullish on Sol when I'll see some bullishness. For the moment, no. I'm keeping that Solana there for exactly that reason. I want to see when Solana is bullish so I could go and find some entries. Not on Solana necessarily. I have enough Solana. Some shitcoins. There are some shitcoins on Solana I want to buy. But when the time is right. No, the time is not right at the moment. I don't see anything special. Not enough signs. Or no signs. Okay, so this could be something nice here. Extra careful. Maybe you can frame a setup here. Maybe you can frame a setup here. But if last week I was complaining that it's boring and nothing is moving and nothing is happening, well, now we have some movement. Now we have some levels. Now we should pay attention and pull the trigger when is the case. Because probably we'll have 1 or 2 or 3 setups around here. The market will provide some wins. And then we'll go again flat and no setups for weeks. And if you miss the opportunity when you had the opportunity, then you'll have to wait 3, 4 weeks, 2 weeks, who the fuck knows, until the next one will be here. And it's damn boring indeed. That's why consistency is so important. You don't know when it will happen. You have to be here playing the game. Okay, so looks the market is strong. It's trying to push the Monday high. I don't think we'll go to new highs and we'll do great things. No, I think we'll push, take the liquidity around here and then dump back in the middle of the range. The rest, if we'll dump lower, you know, yes, a few of the lows and so on. Nasdaq is already testing the Monday high. So watch out. If you are a fan of Nasdaq, you can try to find something there. I think we'll SFU even the previous week highs. Why? We have some liquidity hidden here. And gold on lower time frame, you know what I'll say about gold. If you want to play gold on lower time frame, the best scenario is to play the Monday range. Look at it. You can go and back test and do whatever you want. Gold is overall on higher time frame. It's weak, but on lower time frame, you should play the Monday range. SFU of the lows here should trigger a long for you if you will reclaim. SFU of the high should trigger a short if you reclaim in the range and so on. The simplest solution for a gold trader is to play the Monday range. So simple and profitable. Okay, let's go back on Bitcoin. Looks like he's trying to do a fake out here. 3 drives, rejection here, clear rejection. It's obvious on 1 hour. Can do one more, yeah, possible in the London session, but I think we can also go in the middle of the range. 40 minutes in, too much talking from my side. I want to do these live streams less than 30 minutes. I don't succeed every time. Okay, about Capo 1. Less than 5 places left for Capo 1, people. Yeah, I saw Stefan posting his code on chat. Use Stefan code if you are coming from Stefan. You'll get a discount. The best deal you can get is Capo 1. You'll get 1 year of premium. You'll get the Capo 1 program that is 4 months long, included on 1 month of practical part. And you get instant access on premium until the program will start in September. So that's another bonus. You'll become a premium member from the payment date. Well, it's up to you, people. Now it's a good time to learn, not in the top of the market when everything was bullish and everyone said that, well, I'm the best trader. A lot of people realize that they are not traders. Not yet, at least. Yeah, not yet. Capo 1 is open, Capo 2 is open, but if you pass Stefan questions and he will accept you. VIP registration is closed until next month. Premium, on premium, people, don't ask, put request to join the Discord server to become a premium member. If you want to become a premium member, you just hit this button here, you go on this link and you get, okay, you become a premium member. for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. It's up to you. Yeah, it's so fucking cheap that I'm automated everything. I don't need to pay attention to it. If you are curious what we are doing in premium, well, okay. That being said, let's call it a live stream. See you in the next one. Bye bye.